Yesu jini boni ya fuo ka adon semi chire wona we fisur kwanhu ni wona waji asi siso tu Cristo jini boni ya fuo Cristo jini boni ya fuo Mawati asi Cristo jini bonyefu Bra obe mawahumi Jirinu na semsipi Cristo jini bonyefu Aboni mu aboni Siso tu Cristo jini bonyefu Cristo jini bonyefu Mawati asi Cristo jini bonyefu.
Hello, other four mema akwaba me do bachel events TV so sabre mu. Edu yawada biara a wote yenka e wo Charlie Benz TV so wodwumade ya to din say, do you understand what you are reading? Yanam sa dwumade we so yene ahwefo ne atiefo esua ne ma papa bebre e wo kyerosam ekwan so. Na unua wodofo wadamfo Joshua Aidoo na oguso a wote menka. May Sampakani wo Impenitent Church of Christ. May your church ni e West Coast School of Preaching. Na two institutions see e na yaka ye ho abom say yawade biara no ye de do you understand what you are reading program no ye de bebrel e wo Charlie Benz TV. Ubenya e wo Facebook anase YouTube a na nyina ye din baako Charlie Benz TV. Ya no nguso esua ade bi efa homedadie ho. Na ne ye bisa ne de esua ade no ye say must Christians observe the Sabbath? Must Christians observe the Sabbath? Etwa se akristofo yedi homeda ne ana. Na enumu ye ne wasua abebeduru baabi last week ye kire wo say the Sabbath was not observed before Mount Sinai. Enipa biara ne hon ma odi homeda kosi say Israel for every Egypt ebedu before Sinai ho. Eho eno Nyankopon ede homedadie mra ede ma won amodi homeda. Na ye kire won so say wo Bible no mu the whole of the book of Genesis no unhu say obi edi homeda. Yate say Onyankopon ode nansia de bo na de e wo wiase mu. Na afei ede etoso enson no eno no Nyankopon ehomeye. Period. From there obiara enni homeda akosi say Genesis chapter 16 verses 22 and 23. Yebehu say Onyankopon aka homedie ho asem e de akire Israel for say obedi homeda. Eno nti ehɔ ne ene wasua ne ene wabeduru. Na Bible no edi adanse se ampara Abraham, Noah, Isaac, Jacob, sankrofo no obiala ende homeda. Na mpo Bible no Nehemiah akaye wo Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 13 and 14. Na Ezekiel also akaye chapter 20 verses 10 and 12 say ampala homedadie no abro Nyankopon edi oman Israel efri Egypt eba bepo no ho no enna onu Nyankopon efri soro kasaye edi kire Moses emode ma oman Israel na wotwa besen komede wo ba wie ye no mema wote asese na wotwe edi sa ene yasimi sa na wotwe mu adesua no yebekasa afa topic bi hu say the Sabbath was given to the Jews only. The Sabbath was given to the Jews only. Homeda no emra na wo homeda ho no wamfa ma enipa bia ne oman bia age oman Israel a yesi Jewfo omunkuto na Yakopon e de saa homedadie ho mra no ode ma won eno nti eno na me no ba behwe saa adesua no na me say during the 2,500 years of the patriarchal dispensation or the patriarchal age, there was no command for or example of anyone keeping the Sabbath day as such. What patriarchal dispensation, sa a janamo brasso or summono, a last day at the Sunachasa, a last day for 2,500 years. If it's Adam Abraso Bessie Ada Moses, Aqua Jim Ransomuduno, Edema or mine Israel. That was the period for the patriarchal dispensation. And yet, say, Emre biara amma awasa emre nimu 2,500 years nimu a kyerɛ sɛ wɔde homedadie di ma onipa bi ana ehwɛso bia nso eni bible no mu a kyerɛ sɛ onipa bi edi homeda wɔ saa 2,500 years period no emu meaning sɛ dodo a wɔtena ase ɛwɔ saa period no saa 2,500 years nimu no enyinara a wɔsom nyame no nyinara no ɔmo som nyame without homedadie na sɛ saa na tie dia na last week na meka kyerɛ wo no sɛ ɛna na kyerɛ sɛ obi ebetumi asom nyame enne ɛma na yeyie wabra ondi homeda sɛ ebinom tena ase Abraham nom ɛsom nyame wabra mo ndi homeda nanso ɔmo som nyame mɛso nyame ani di ha ɛna nyame soma ne sɛ obi bedi homeda daabi ɛno nti yɛnhyɛ no nso na before wa ɔman Israel ɔmba bedu Canaan asase so ɔmba bedu Mount Sinai so ɛkrampo no na onyankopɔn ne wɔnam ɛkwan so a ɔba ɔne wɔn ba no nkrɔfo no kɔm de wɔm wɔbisa aduane na onyankopɔn tɔ mana ɛde ma wɔm na ɛno nti saa mana aduane no mu no ensesa mu no ɛna homedadie ho asɛm so epieye na mayan kenkan bibi ɛwɔ Exodus chapter 16 verses 22 to 26 na yentie asɛm bi ɛwɔ hɔ. And so it was on the 6th day that they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for each one. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. 23. Then he said to them, this is what the Lord has said. Tomorrow is a Sabbath rest, a holy Sabbath to the Lord. Bake what you will bake today, and boil what you will boil. And lay up for yourselves all that remains to be kept until morning. Verse 24. So they laid it up till morning, as Moses commanded, and it did not stink, nor were there any worms in it. Then Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Sabbath to the Lord. Today you will not find it in the field. 26. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will be none. Asema Bible no ekanie. Ebre di kan ya Onyankopon de Sabbath mmra, order Sabbath di, e di akire nipa, ene saa brewe. Na ne santi ampara Moses akire won say, "Monfa 6 days, emphasize manna. Just say each day bia no, ombesesa a day's meal. Mom on the 6th day no, a son said the 7th day ebe Sabbath amomodi nti Onyankopon on top manna on the 7th day. Into on the 6th day no, almost 2 days aduane. Sani ebe ya Saturday no, omo empie nkonkwose bi. Na man Israel sani ne nipa so odin sa no msa so odin. Nyankopon ka say Saturday no on to ana 7th day on to manna mpo no ade ya chen sell ebinom sheda ko so mkwa ko say no kore say nyame Sabbath on the 7th day no on to manna no ana enuti ya kire wo hanom ebe wachi ase say the first time Sabbath ye introduce the manipa no ye introduce ama obi biara apart from oman Israel and wo fi Egypt asase so eba na wo Nyankopon to manna ma won ema wodi ana ma chew say ena disua na yesua no edin da so ne say the Sabbath was given to the Jews only. Jew for nkwa a omo ye Israel for nkwa Jacob nase for nkwa and ye de sa Sabbath mra no ye de ma won sa bre no man yiwa dwen se na oman Israel nkwa no mo wi ase nti na oman bia nka mo bieu nti ya me de ma omo nkwa no nti ye kire na man foforo ba ye no de ye man ni na be ka ho eye true aman bebre wo ho no mpa ansa na oman Israel mpo ebe ye oman. After all, Egypt and Israel ekoye oman. adan no mo Egypt ni Nyankopɔn amfa saa mmara na amfa ma wo hɔnom sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ Egypt fo nso betumi adi so bi na Nyankopɔn di nkan yi wɔn firi hɔnom ansana ɔde saa mmara no o introduce ɛde ama wɔn sɛ yɛ mmara na wiase nipa inara edi bi dia. For the 1,500 years of Jewish law, we can read of the Sabbath command and penalty for violating it. Machira will say, patriarchal dispensation, lasted for 2,500 years. Then, the Mosaic dispensation and a Mosaic age, and also Mosaic worship, and also take it over from the patriarchal dispensation, you know. Most of the some Eshasia ewo Mount Sinai and never end on Mount Calvary. And also lasted for 1,500 years. And I made sure say, was 1,500 years mu Nyankopɔn de ne mmara e de ma Israel for. Sabbath mmara eka ho bi. Na mpara sankrofo yi kwa mo fa so di homeda no ana Sabbath no. Ene eho a mmara omototo ye ene eho asotwe bia le epie mu no nokura ni Bible no ede na di e ma yehu enti sakoba se na oman bi te se Egypt oman bi te se Amori fo oman bi te se Moab fo na omo nso Assyria fo mu ina nso di homeda ne bia e wo se Bible no ma yehu komfa so di homeda. Yes, so mo di ne yie so mo di ne yie e wo se Bible no e ma yehu nanso Bible no provide bibi biara emfa saa nsem ya ye kan eho among those Gentile nations. Na sa wokin kan Bible no ye ya. In fact Bible no eba ma wate ase won ma ye de Sabbath de ma won. Enne kwan wo fa so a odi Sabbath. Na mayan hwe ade. Me say the Sabbath was given to the Jews only. Jew for nkwan na the Sabbath e de ma won. Wo Exodus chapter 19 yankenkan verses 1 to 6 na yantie asem do ho. I say, in the 3rd month after the children of Israel had gone out of the land of Egypt, on the same day they came to the wilderness of Sinai, for they had departed from Rephidim, had come to the wilderness of Sinai, and camped in the wilderness. So Israel camped there before the mountain. And Moses went up to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain, saying, Thus you shall say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, You have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings, and brought you to myself. Verse 5. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a special treasure to me above all people. For all the earth is mine, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Israel. So what's assembly ha? Abra Israel for through the leadership of Moses. Omu to free Egypt, so mo koke na asase so no. Enna omo bebeduru kwan so baabi. Enna Nyankopon efra se o dane nsem adi e de akere won. Se ekwan na menimu tu no, nye se menimu tu kwan na akeke. Na me won hye ahodo bebre e de mamo. Enti ofra se o da na di na mmom no, o ma Moses ama Israel fo ate se ampa oni wo ba ye apam. Na conditions wo ho. So mo be to ombo ase no ma bro mo ho ase no mo tie Onyankopon asem no mo di so dia and ye special nation, special people. There will be a treasure ombe Onyankopon na japade e wasase so no be special from all other nations. Na sem bi wo ma Moses Nyankopon ka kire no or say tell the children the house of Jacob, or say tell the house of Jacob and the children of Israel. The house of Jacob, the children of Israel, ade baako. We use interchangeably yes, because Jacob and Genesis chapter 32 verses 27 and 28 was a son din ebeye Israel. Yes, and until say kachire Jacob fie ene Israel ne ma chese omo ye Jacob mma no ana omo ye Israel mma no omo aso mo Jacob ne fie na Jacob nso ye wo no oni Esau ene ye wo won bo mu amoye ntafo ana Jacob eye atakakra sana etwifo ebeka no ana Esau eye atapani ana Yankopon etusu atakakra a oye Jacob so ono ne be nante enti sa ka kire apam ya mede bremu ane nsam a mede mamu ka fa kire Jacob ni fiefo meni ne se Esau ni fiefo won ka sa asem no ho ka kire Israel ne mba. It means say Edom ne mba enka ho because Esau ono an ye fa no Edom enti ka kire Jacob fiefo ka kire Israel ne mba. Esau ni fiefo nka ho Edom ne mba wonka ho na no na wo wote Ghana ha na wo a wonye Esau ba wo so wonye Jacob ba wo se emra na ye de ma Jacob ni fiefo ene Israel ne mba no wo so ka ho bi woni adin papa sa wo gi sa asem wodi ama ho by force anu nti Onyankopon we no ka de kire Moses sa onko kan fa nkire oman Israel so no Nyankopon ene won ebeye sa apam no nti omo nda omo ho so. Then Exodus whara chapter 20 verses 1, 2 and 8 to 11. Yentie. And God spoke all these words saying. Now and God spoke all these words saying, you know, washe Nyankopon ahyenkomo bi ase ewo Exodus chapter 19. Oni Moses edi nkomo nyonko kan fa nkire oman Israel. Enti san nkomo die no na to aso obedu chapter 20 ha. Afa de Onyankopon ebe introduce sa 10 commandments no. Edi ama wo. Enti verse 1 say, and God spoke all these words, saying, verse 2, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Asem we efa ho. Wona ye do ko Egypt enko asomu. Wona na be na ko ye akwa ewo Pharaoh nan ase. Ekosomo no e ma Yakopon ko yi ni firi ho. We wasem. Tie verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. Verse 10 say, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servants, nor your female servants, nor your cattle, nor your stranger who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. As our Bible no catch me no nie. Onyankopon wama Israel fo atom ho ase say ono obeye apam. Nti enum na afei no order the fundamental laws efa sa apam no ho. Yes. O kire say me Nyankopon ba akopɛ ma obiala nya nyame foforo bia enka me ho. Na sansem wei so kinkan obati men die ewu men fo obeyire men wiade amanfo susu say ene say enne Satan commandments no nya no edi a Christopher so dia ene na kyese enne obi wo ho kwan say owiade obi wo ho kwan say odi ewu obi wo ho kwan so kofo obiyire yanka sa asem no. Na last week yema wo tiase wo yen video no mu say sa emra no men die woman ye say no e wo hodada ansana Mose mrei ana 10 commandments eba beba sentisa enka Cain ekokum ni nua no ke Yankopon anka se waye bone ne ye ma scripture e Genesis chapter 9 anya me ka kire Noah sa say mobi enhwie ni nua mogya engu ana onka ni nua mogya engu enti samra hudo e wo honom dada na sa 10 commandments o sankofo di akire yina me say enya hwe say ade ba akopɛ homedadie ntira na ampara sa oba New Testament ni mu nso a adesua mu ye bedu ba bia ye be kire say sa ensem na what 10 commandments ni mu no ne yina no New Testament enso stating wo kwan foforo so a e kire sa ampara na obi ntumi ndi ewu obi ntumi nkofo obi yire obi ntumi wiade obi ntumi yese obi ntumi yese but Sabbath ne nko ade it is not repeated. That commandment I for Sabbath ho no it is not repeated in the New Testament say it just say Christopher ekodi homeda dabi na so kin kan Deuteronomy chapter 5 verses 1 to 3 yentie Awurade asem or say, and Moses called all Israel and said to them, hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your hearing today, that you may learn them and be careful to observe them. The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. Verse 3. Or say, the Lord did not make this covenant with our fathers, but with us, those who are here today, all of us who are alive. And unto Moses, nasamunie, or say, apam na humidadie ehyemu bi no, or say, Onyankopon enye oni ye janom na eye saa apam yi a humidadie ka ho no. Na emom yen Israelfo ye ne da so tiase amene mu kase, yen Onyankopon ne yen ye saa apam no. Me say emo obi ehunahuna wo. Emo obi amfa humidadie emetetew da. Humidadie wasam atwamu. So obi pese okofa saa konua ndo to no kon so a onko yane ne nkontokwa there na this very scripture. It was Psalms 147 verses 19 and 20. Ma yentie this wonderful passage. I say, he declares his word to Jacob, his statutes and his judgments to Israel. He has not dealt thus with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Asan Bible catch me no nie. Say Onyankopon oda nasem edi kire Jacob. Na hyade ne na temude no ode kire oman Israel. Na wanye oman foforo bia saada. Na no so nti wonim Nyankopon ahyade. Na ahyade na temude ban ene ye ka ho asem yi. Ensem ben oda na de kire Jacob. O say oda nasmedi eche Jacob. Na hyade na temude ode kire Israel. Israel Jacob eyade baako nkrofo baako na nipa baako na saa oman baako na o se wanye oman bia saada. Ono Nyankopon na ono de Sabbath ne bae ne say Sabbath no ehun mmara no wanfa ma oman foforo bia apart from Jacob ne fiefo, apart from Israel for ada na wonte ho ase bra amoni abro ho sa wotese ye ka Sabbath asema na wobu afu denden di wani abre ho ko asif se obi acha se wafo acha se wabaji ubibia afri wonsem ti asem bia Amos nso kan ye Amos chapter 3 verses 1 and 2 na ye hwe ne Amos enso eka se enokre se apart from man Israel no Onyankopon de Sabbath mmra no ma oman foforo nso ana. Amos chapter 3 verses 1 and 2. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. This is wonderful. Onyankopɔn say Oman Israel. Esan se monkwa ne abusua minim wasase we so se mo na mede me mmra nsam a Sabbath die eka ho bi mede hye mu nsa enti monkwa so ana mebu mu atan metwe mu aso se mudi Sabbath mmra no ho agro. Nyankopɔn se me ne Egypt fo eni asam Sabbath die ho a se obi wo Egypt Sabbath odi ye se wandi me ne ni asam ka se obi ye Philistine ni so di Sabbath so wendi me Nyankopɔn me ne ni asam ka so obi ye Ghana ni odi Sabbath so wendi me ne ni asam ka because memfa Sabbath mmramfa masankrofo no munkuto na medama mo na munko aso na menimu. I will hold you people accountable. Asema onyame asem e ka kire me no nie eno nti so wote ho na so obi on Bible ase ekofa Sabbath ho asem de brewa ka kire ne say so waso ne Sabbath di a onko no nkodi Onyankopɔn se ono nkrofo onim won so de Sabbath ma won no eye Israel for Jacob ne fiefo na adan na won so akakwaja ma ohun ya frɛ me Joshua Aidoo me yasampaka ni won Painting Church of Christ na me yocheche ni e West Coast School of Preaching say Onyankopɔn ne pa afa na wotwe a e wo yanim so ye behwe ni said the law of Moses is the same as the law of God. Because ankrofo we eba ye nchen a ne ombeka no no say esrumo se mra e na so Nyankopon bra eye awurade ne pa na wo sende share ye on Charlie Benz TV. Do you understand what you are reading? Bye bye.
Cristo Gini bon yefo siso to you Cristo Gini bon yefo Cristo Gini bon yefo mawati asi Cristo Gini bon yefo